Hello everyone, returning here. In this video we're gonna talk about a part who is a bit neglected by the community. That's right, we're gonna talk about FC workshops. Today I'm gonna be teaching you how they work and how you should approach them, because there is a reason why it's a kind of neglected part of the game. Not many people talk about it because it can take a lot of time for you to reach the max level. I'm talking about months, like 4, 5, even 6 months. I've been working on mine for the last 3 months, and I can say that I have it in a pretty healthy level with all the airship and submarines. But aside of that, it just takes time, effort, and more than it takes time in a way is you need to go there in a daily basis, like for a few minutes when you're not crafting their chips. But if you have everything ready like me, you just need to go there, send the chips to the expeditions, and that's it. So now I'm gonna throw it to Returning Stinson so he can tell you and show you workshop works. And yeah, that's super amazing and interesting. Ooh. Oh yeah, here we go. Hello everyone, Returning Stinson in here. Today I'm gonna be teaching you how to use the word first things first. You need to be inside of an FC. I know, some people like to play as a lone wolf. In this case, you can still play as the lone wolf, just get inside of an FC and make sure that FC has a house. Because if you don't have an FC house, it's gonna be impossible for you to use the workshop. Where you can find that FC workshop in the case you join one and they don't have it? Super simple, just go where your housing merchant NPC is in your plot, the resident caretaker, and if I'm not wrong it's in this area. Just go here, and if I'm not wrong, with this guy you buy the workshop. I don't remember which option was, but in here you can buy it if I'm not wrong. If you already join a NFC and has a workshop, you just go inside of the house. Once you're inside of the house, you just need to go here, the entrance to the additional chambers. This is where all the private chambers, apartments, and all the stuff in the FC are. And just press move to the company workshop. Now we're inside of our workshop. Welcome to Returning's cave. Let us begin with the crafting and all that stuff. First things first, you will have a lot of stuff in here. Your Voyage control panel, we're gonna be touching this later. You can find a company chest. This is pretty important. Once you get inside of an FC and you already talk with your FC leader that you wanna be in charge of the workshop, ask him to give you the rank of salesman. I don't know how to call it in Spanish. Salesman, if I'm not wrong. With this rank, it's gonna be easier with you, like access to the workshop, to the free company chest. You can expend some points. Like, tell your FC leader that give you those powers. Also ask him to give you power to the company chest, so you can check every item space. Because usually for regular members, a lot of space are, few of them are like closed, you can just see them. But if you talk with your leader, he can give you all those powers. In my case, they give me full power of the company chest, because I'm one of the founding members of the FC. It's not like they're gonna trust that much in you if you're just coming in, but you can tell them, like, if they can spare you a slot or maybe 2 just for the crafting, because all of this and all of these are crafting materials 100% that goes towards the workshop, the submarines and their chips. Okay? How do we start with this? Pretty simple. First, you need to get the blueprints for our chips and our submarines. And we do it here with the schematic board. And here you can buy like blueprint for airship, housing projects and ethereal wheels. With this I'm gonna talk about this in another video. So with this one, we go here, and if I'm not wrong, they will give you the level 1, and if you can't, it's gonna be super easy to get it. But you just come here and buy the airship prototype 1 and the submersible prototype 1. If you know people who already have a workshop and you can ask them for these items, it's gonna save you a lot of time, because these items you can't buy them in the marketplace. Also, you just can't find them via explorations, and these ones can take a day, maybe 2. Once we buy the level 1 of the airship and the submarines, we go here to the fabrication station. This is pretty simple. You must be a crafter. Like, I choose the blacksmith because I think he has the best clothes ever. So yeah, you need to be a disciple of the hand and come to the fabrication station. I recommend you to have it in a high level so you don't level cap the requirements for crafting the materials. You come here to the second option, airship and submersibles, and you will realize you have a lot of options in here: hull, resin, forecastle, life capital. In case of the airship, and of course also in the submersible, you need to build 4 parts to make your airship and your submarine. Now I'm gonna talk just straight as airship, but I'm gonna be meaning in the both ways. You need to craft 4 parts, different parts in your airship, so you can make it functional. These things sometimes confuse people, but it's pretty straightforward. You just choose it. You choose the rank. In this case, you wanna build the rank 1 because all your voyages and expeditions are gonna start from rank 1, and this rank, if you don't have the rank, you can't put the part. In total are 88 ranks, and now I have just till level 35. I already built this one, but we're gonna start with this one to show you. It's pretty easy and pretty straightforward. Okay, you choose this part and you grab begin. In here you can check the materials you need for crafting this. Usually it's gonna be like level 50 materials you can find in the wilds. Some of them you might need to buy them with company seals. Others are gonna be like bound to a specific hour to gather, but other than that, it's not that difficult. That's why I recommend you having a high level of crafting and gathering. It's gonna make your life way easier. You just choose begin, and once you have the materials, you come to contribute materials. You press, and you have 2 types, like high quality and low quality. Right now I don't know the difference. I always try to do it high quality, but I don't overthink it that much. If it's low quality, I don't care. If I have enough materials, great. It's not my priority to have them in high quality. You just contribute them. You will see you need for this step 18 of each. So you go there, you craft them, you build them. Simple than that. If you're outside of the room and you wanna go pretty fast to see which part are you crafting and which materials do you need, you have a very simple way that not so many people use it and know about it. You just use your timer, Control U, in case if you're a PC user. If you don't, you go to the duty tab and press timer. Go to estate, go to company projects. Once we have the 4 parts, we will go to the Mammoth Voyager. And in here we will spend some company credits and we're gonna buy cerulean tanks. With this one, you will send the ship to expedition. This is basically the fuel that it needs for the ships to go in expeditions. If you don't have this, you can't send them. I buy them by stacks of 99 and I use the company points, like I have a lot, therefore, yeah, F them. Also, you will need, if you can prepare in advantage, Magitech repaired materials. You will need to repair your airship like every 4 to 5 expeditions. That's like once a week. If you wanna start your ship, down here I already have my full chips, but down here is gonna appear like you need to sign the chip first. You need to inscribe it first. For that, we need to get out of the workshop. Get outside of the cave, and you need to buy like the flight and the submersible licenses, and you just need to go to your local housing merchant and you just buy them. You just go with your resident caretaker in here. I'm in the mist, I mean in the goblet. So yeah, it's in here. You just need to go to your resident caretaker. Company credit exchange. And you need to get 3 of them for each ship or submarine you wanna have. I have 2 and 2. I think you can have a maximum of 4. You can have 4 ships, 4 submarines, 3 ships, 1 submarine, whatever. You can have more than 4. You grab 3 of each and go back to your FC. Here we are inside of the cave again. So go to the Voyage control panel, airship management, and you inscribe the ship. I don't have the option. I will not create a new account because it's almost impossible to get a house. But yeah, you will see it. You will see it. No worries, no worries. Now, how the F you send the ships to an expedition? Very simple. You pick the ship, deploy airship on an exploratory voyage. Now I have a lot of sectors. They need to unlock more sectors. You can see in here, for this voyage, they asked me 10 cerulean tanks. I said to you before, this is like the fuel. This is the distance of the voyage. I can do 3 voyages. And it's gonna take me 1 day and 19 hours with 28 minutes. As I said before, this is not fast. Once you have the airships, it's gonna take you days. 1 day, 2 days. The longest voyage I have was like 2.5 days. Yeah, you just press deploy, which experience you will gain in everything, and just deploy it. They will show you a very nice cutscene that I will skip because I already see it like 1,000 times. It is pretty short, like maybe a minute. And how do you receive your ship? When your voyage is complete, it's gonna tell you voyage is complete. It's gonna appear a message like your ship has come back. You have your voyage login here. They tells you everything what happened in every mission, the materials you gather, the submarines you do exactly the same. Describe it here. You put the part inside of the box. It's gonna show you. The box is gonna look something like this. You just put the parts and that's it. How you repair your submersible? With the repair Magitech materials you already have, you put the option to repair it, you right click it, and you repair. It's gonna cost you some, in this case it's gonna cost me 2, but it's okay, I have a lot. And ta-da! If your ship is not fully repaired, you can't send it to voyages. And rinse and repeat, you send them to expedition once again. Now, how you unlock your second one? In case of the submersive, you need to reach rank 30 if I'm not wrong. You just press it, go right with the wave, and eventually you will unlock the rank 30 and you will unlock the ability to have your second ship. It's not that difficult. In case of the airship, this can be a little bit tricky. You need to have the Sea of Clouds Sector 8. And with this one, there is a lot of RNG. What do I mean? You need to send your ship at least in rank 17 to the clouds 6 and 7, and eventually the Sector 8 is gonna unlock. When you unlock the Sector 8, after you complete the voyage in here at rank 20, you will be able to craft your second airship. Like, don't get discouraged. It took me to unlock the Sector 8 like a week. I was sending them constantly to 6, 7, 6, 7. And eventually it's gonna appear and you're gonna feel joyful and you're gonna be able to have your second airship. How do you raise your rank materials in your airship? Pretty simple. You just go here in the schematic board. With all the materials you already gathered, you will be buying different submersive prototype and airship prototypes. Each level is a higher rank pieces you can craft, basically. And all these materials, you gather them via explorations and voyages and all that stuff. I think I already touched everything we needed to touch about how the workshops work. Thank you for watching. I know it might be a bit confusing, but I try to do it my best. It's kind of starting trying to explain people how to use this, but at the end of the day, I'm trying to do my best effort. And I thought, like, I didn't found 6.0 guide explaining this. I was gonna show you, all of you. Okay, I'm gonna pass it to Returny. I'm Returny Stinson, and remember, I have the best hair in all Earthsia. And I hope you enjoy this. Cheers. Hey, welcome back. So that was my guide for today about the working shop. There is a little bit neglected for a lot of people. In fact, in all the time I've been playing this game, I also always see like everyone has a very low level workshops, airships, submarines. And yeah, it can be a bit tricky at the beginning, but if you put time and effort in it, you can see it can be very profitable. Yeah, with the excess of materials and sometimes with items they give me, because they allow me to keep everything. I just sell them the things I don't need. I sell the things I know they don't benefit the FC, and I can make pretty good money. I'm not rich in any means, but I can make a meal, maybe 2 meals per month. And that can be pretty nice. Like, I'm not in here trying to be the richest guy in Earthsia. I'm just happy to have the best. Okay, Return is happy to have the best here in Earthsia. But that's a thing for another topic. Remember, as I said before, you need to have an FC, you need to have the permissions necessary to do all this crafting and use all those spaces, because you will gain a lot of materials pretty fast. Even if at the beginning can be like a taxing task to gather the materials, it's not that difficult if you have all your crafters and all your gatherers at level 90, like I do. So that makes me pretty easy to gather all the materials and craft them by myself. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to like, share and subscribe, and leave me your comments down below if you work in the workshop or if you're trying to pick it up. I'm Returny, and I hope every single one of you have an amazing day, and I see you in the next video. Cheers!